Welcome to Revsportz, and it was definitely a big win. I will talk about just can you little bit explain the gravity of victory, that how it is going to save the Indian badminton, especially for the Ayush as well, that he's training with you for a long time. How big the victory it is for you and Ayush and for the whole nation as well.
I think it's a big win for Ayush. Probably one of the best wins in his career so far. He's had some excellent results. Maybe winning against Kunlavat this year at the Asian Championships was big. But playing in the first World Championships and facing the current world number one and the defending champion, a lot of expectations from him as well. He was aware about it. But yeah, I think he did exceedingly well to pull off the match. Third game was extremely crunch situations. He was leading 17-7 at one stage, 20-15. But yeah, he somehow managed to pull it through. So especially the last shot that he played, it's natural instinct. I mean, those are shots that you can't teach anybody. It just comes naturally to some of the athletes, and he played that at the best time of the match.
A few days back, sir, I was just reading an interview where you say that you will see a different Ayush Shetty this time. What different did you observe? Because, I mean, of course, that you're training him. Basically, so, but today against Shi Yu Qi, there was a match, in the BW, that the Badminton Asian Championship against the Shi Yu Qi, and then today as well. That we saw a different Ayush Shetty, but what the coach Sagar actually sees, what different was that, and if possible, can you just do a technical breakdown as well?
So the Asian Championships finals, Ayush, it was his first big match. It was a big platform. He had physically Ayush was not at his best in that match, coming from 4 tough matches and then playing Shi Yu Qi in the finals in China. I mean, the crowd support over there would have been crazy, but now here he's playing on his home ground and playing the first match of the tournament. So he actually had nothing to lose if you look at it. He's worked extremely hard on his fitness. Definitely a lot of scope of improvement on his endurance aspect. He can still get fitter, but if you look at the game plan, strategically Ayush was today better prepared for some of Shi Yu Qi's shots. Ayush's defense was rock solid today. Not only, I mean, everybody keeps talking about Ayush's attack, but I think today the defense made a lot of difference. So these were some of the technical things that Ayush did better.
And that lifts was also amazing today. I mean, he was forcing sometime Shi Yu Qi on the baseline. What was that? And also I want to know that when that he was leading and he was losing the lead in the third round, you and Yvonne Sasser also, you had a chat with Ayush. That what was that?
No, it was just that still keep your calm. You are playing well. See, Shi Yu Qi is not a world number one just like that. His body language might change when he was down, but he's a very smart player, and he slowly started getting back in the match. So and it's very natural for any player. I mean, matches like these will make Ayush a much better player. He will learn a lot from these matches. So what I'm saying, it is very obvious that the player would want to at 17-7. If it was any other opponent, maybe match would have gotten over maybe 21-10, 21-11. But because it was Shi Yu Qi, that is where the match got so intense and it became 19-20. The only thing that as coaches from outside we were trying to tell him is, don't be in a hurry to get those easy and quick points. It is not going to happen that way. So when those long rallies are happening, be patient. The way you have, in fact, when he changed sides at 11-5, the next 4 points he played brilliant. He didn't hurry and quickly finish the point. So it became 15-5 at that stage, but yeah, I think the biggest difference for him would have been getting that shot at the right place and using that, because he did that in the previous few services also. The service receiving the first stroke point, Ayush played that and Shi Yu Qi was caught. So it is one of his favorite shots, which he's been doing it as a kid,
Yeah.
and today that shot probably helped him win one of the biggest matches of his life.
One last question, I just want to ask that next. I mean, he and Alvi is in the same draw. Uh, uh, if we talk about today, if we talk about the match, that it was a little bit shift in the history of Ben Singers. It's just like that power sharing something that as he is already 30 and Ayush is the one who is coming up. But the next match is going to it is going to be a generational fight that Alvi and Ayush, they are from the same generation and coming up. It is going to be like.
Yeah. No, I would say that Ayush has to play one more match before that.
Yeah.
In fact, the match is going on right now. Whom Ayush would face next. So let's just take one match at a time. There are no easy matches at the World Championships. I mean, after the next match, maybe we can talk about Ayush and Alvi. Both of them same batchmates.
Yeah.
Played quite a few times against each other, and it's been a seesaw battle. Not one player has won consistently quite a few times. So let's take one match at a time, and our focus is now on the next match, which Ayush will play on Wednesday. So post that, maybe we can think.
Ahead of the tournament, Ayush said that this is just another match for him. So you think he was mentally prepared for him and he was going to go all out in this match, and this will affect his game in game ahead?
Ayush was very, very relaxed.
Yeah.
In fact, he followed the draws live, and he was never worked up, saying that, oh no, why did I have to face Shi Yu Qi in the first round. In fact, as soon as the draws came out, he knew he's playing Shi Yu Qi. He was looking forward to it, so he was very confident, which was a good sign, And as coaches, you would want the athlete to be in that frame of mind. In fact, I was telling earlier that today while coming from the hotel, also in the car, he was relaxed. He was, we were cracking jokes and laughing around. So that's a good mindset to have. Ayush also probably in his press conference, I got to know that he mentioned that this probably would be his best win so far in his career. So yeah, the match preparations have been good. Ayush knows, and like you're saying, it won't affect his matches in the upcoming matches. In fact, I would say that it would give him more confidence he might play more freely now because he's won a great match, and he knows what to expect, the court conditions. So I would say it's a good way to start the tournament.
Just like one word answer, something like that. Any guru mantra you have given him like just before going into the match?
No guru mantra, it is all his efforts, and we as coaches are just here to support him. I mean, all of us at the academy have been it's a teamwork, and everybody's contribution. There is no one person's contribution. So hats off to Ayush for pulling it off today, and let's just hope that he continues.
Thanks a lot.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.